The Bosch Piezos. On the Bosch, on the round side of the plug, you've got your negative, and on the flat side you've got your positive. The Siemens, it's the other way around, you've got your positive on your round side. So what we do on the Siemens, we'll put the positive lead in the positive port and the negative into the negative port. If we was testing the Bosch, we'd swap these two leads round so we got the right polarity. So we'll test this one. This is the actuator resistance load test. So again, 100 volts, hit test button, there we go, 105, 100, you see it's dancing about a bit, it should be steady. Plus we're not hitting the 170 kilo ohms we need to be hitting, so this is a fail. It's probably failed in the vehicle. It's probably when it gets hot, when it gets up to temperature, it probably drops out, probably stops working, this injector. So that's that one. Let's try this one, see what this does. Yeah, these Siemens Piezo injectors, they're notorious for failing the solenoid. So again, 100 volts, hit the test button, and there we go. 100. Oh, you see, it's up and down again. You can see it's dropping right off this one. Well, 82, 77 volts. It's a fail. So that's the actuator resistance test. We'll test the Siemens. We'll do a capacitance test on the Siemens. So this has just failed its load test, but it's passed the capacitance test. You see, Siemens, we want to be hitting 3 to 4.5 microfarads. They're the figures we want to be in between. We've got 3.2. So if we'd have just carried out the capacitance test on this injector, it'd have passed the test. We could have missed the fault if we hadn't tested it with the Bosch meter. So that Bosch meter, it's a good tool. Yep. So what we'll do now, we'll have a look at some of these solenoid injectors. So what we're testing here, we're going to test the insulation around the coil, around the coil of the solenoid. So we'll try this one. So we're going to check pin to body. So the pin of the solenoid to the body of the injector. So we selected 250 volts. This is a mega tester, insulation resistance tester. So what we're doing here, when we hit this test button, we're going to be sending 250 volts down this line, straight into the windings of the solenoid, and the solenoid is covered in insulation, so we don't want any of this voltage coming down here seeping through into the injector body. If it does, it'll fail. So we'll hit the... That's a fail straight away. that's got a dead short. It's the insulation's gone in this solenoid, so we're getting 250 volts coming down this cable through the windings, and it's making its way into the body, down this wire and back to the meter, and it's showing us that it's got a dead short. Yeah, so what we should be getting, readings we should be getting on these solenoid type Bosch solenoid, we should be getting so again, pin to body, insulation resistance test, 250 volts test. There we go, 266 volts, 5.5 gigaohms. That's max. So that's past the insulation test. So that's a good one. Yeah, so yeah, I just thought I'd share it with you. A bit of info, what I get up to at work, testing these solenoid type injectors electrically. You know, if you're into your DIYing at home and you want to test your injectors, just remember, if they are Piezo, never unplug them while the engine's running, because you'll do some serious damage and you could end up giving yourself an electric shock. So just be careful, you know, be wary of that one. So yeah, I think that's about it really. So hope you enjoyed it, hope you got something from it. I mean, if there's anyone out there that tests these injectors and they've got any more techniques, any different testing methods, let me know, because I'll be well interested. I'm always keen to try out new testing methods, techniques, learn a bit. Yeah, so great stuff. Alright then, thanks anyway, so cheers.